Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by our dear sister. So this is the translation of the message that she sent to me. The message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nash, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? So my brother, I have come here on your platform so that I can confess to you the things that I did and the things that I have been doing. And I am trying to find a way to release this man that I used some love potions on, because in my heart, I feel like the things that I did to him, they are not okay. It was quite evil. So I am asking if there is anyone who can help me out. I have tried to go to church. I have tried to confess, but when I was confessing, I did not tell the pastor the story that I am about to tell you. And as for my friend, she has since passed away. She was the one who used to connect me to her traditional healer, because this traditional healer of hers was on the other side of the Zimbabwean border in Zambia. So I do not have any access to this traditional healer. So I hope that there might be someone who can assist me. So I fell pregnant when I was only 15 years old. And when I fell pregnant, my mom then discovered that I was pregnant. When she asked me who was the father of the baby that I was carrying, I then told my mom, but this man, the problem was that he was a married man. So my father, when he heard this story, he then kicked me out. I went and I spoke with that man at work. He just gave me some money and he promised me that he was going to take care of me. He then spoke with my best friend. So I then started staying with my best friend, and I gave my best friend the money that my boyfriend had given to me. But my friend, the reason as to why I didn't want to be so associated to her, it was because she was a prostitute. She used to prostitute herself even when we were still in high school. But at that time, I was really desperate. I didn't know what to do. So I started staying with her. And when the pregnancy was growing, I then spoke with this man and I said, what am I supposed to do? Because this baby is growing inside of me and I have never been to the hospital. I need to go to the clinic so that they can check up on me. He then said, what pregnancy? You are the one that is pregnant. So you need to know what you are going to do with the pregnancy that you are carrying. And he then told me that he did not love me anymore. When he told me that he did not love me anymore, I was in so much pain. I told my friend, and my friend said that this was a very small issue. And then my friend, one day, she came back. She had a 2-liter bottle full of Coke, and the other one, it was full of herbs that were mixed with water. She then gave me those herbs to drink so early in the morning before I had drank anything. Then I started to vomit. She then took that other bottle that had the Coke and she mixed it with a lot of salt as well as some lemons, and she told me that I was supposed to drink it. When I started drinking it, that was when I felt a sharp pain like in my stomach. Then I started to bleed and I knew that I had an abortion. Then the miscarriage started, and that is how I lost my baby. As for the baby, I just went into the toilet. At that time, we were using your pit latrines. I went in there and my friend directed me and she told me that I was just supposed to sit there, and I actually had the baby as it was falling into the pit latrine, and that is how I had that abortion. And from there on, my friend told me to rest, so I rested. It was only after the money that I had given her was finished, that was when she started to give me a lot of pressure. She gave me so much pressure and she said that the food is finished, the rent is supposed to be paid. So what are you going to do, baby girl? And I didn't even have any answer at all. And one night she told me that unfortunately I had to move out since I didn't have any solution to her problems. So I begged her and I said, please take me with you to the place where you prostitute yourself. That is when we went together, and that is the day that I started to prostitute myself. So this girl, she used a lot of herbs when she was getting her customers. each and every customer that would come and sleep with her, in the end, she would always use some sort of herbs on that person. And at that time, she also taught me how to use some of these herbs whenever I would get a customer. Like when I started prostituting myself, it was quite easy, really, really easy, because most of the men, they really wanted to sleep with me because of my age. I was really young at that time. But as I was growing older and as more girls that were much younger than I was kept on coming into the game, I then started losing a lot of clients. Then my friend told me that she was going to Zambia, and upon her return, she was going to give me some herbs to use. And when she came back, she then gave me some herbs that she told me that I was supposed to keep them in my private parts. So I placed them inside my private parts, and I went out and I sought a man to sleep with, not using protection, and I did that. And then my friend told me that these herbs were going to make any man that sleeps with me to keep on coming back to me. So it happened for a very long time until I met the man that later on became my husband. So he was a truck driver. At that time, he used to work for this other South African company, but now that company is here in Zim. If you still know that other company, that is called that is the company that he is now working for. And at that time, when I met him, he was still married to his wife. His wife had not yet passed away. That was when we started dating each other. First, he was my client. He would take me and he would drop me in Beitbridge. Then he would cross over into South Africa. And when he would be returning back, then I would wait for him again in Beitbridge, and he would drop me either in Harare or in Gweru or Bulawayo, depending where he was going with his lot. So this man, he was a kind-hearted man, and the reason as to why he was prostituting himself, he told me that it was because he had found out that his wife had slept with his brother, and he did not want people to know that this is what had happened. So he said that me being with you, it is like I am healing my heart. He was a good Christian man. And when I saw that this man, he was a good man, and I then thought of using more charms on him. There was this other particular time when he was traveling from South Africa. He told me that I was supposed to wait for him in Beitbridge. I waited for him, but on that trip, I had been given this other towel that I was supposed to use on him. So I used that new towel on him each and every time after sleeping with him. Then I would wipe his manhood. And after he had dropped me off in Harare, I then went to my friend and I gave my friend that towel. She then went with that towel to Zambia, and then she gave that towel to that traditional healer. When that towel came back, that man was now mine. And the more that he slept with his wife, the more that the wife fell so ill, and his manhood could not even work on his wife anymore. So he was like more addicted to me, and he knew that each and every time when he was with me, I would give him something that was really nice in bed. That is how I ended up staying with him. He told me to find a room, so I found a room in Masvingo, and that is when I found out that I was pregnant. I had fallen pregnant for him, and when I found out that I had fallen pregnant for him, I told my friend. At that time, my friend was really sick because she had been booked by this other Zambian truck driver. So along the way, she said that they slept together without using any protection. So she started to feel this stomach ache, and she kept on feeling that stomach ache until she got so thin and she passed away. So when she went to some healers, she was told that the man that she slept with, the wife had used some charms on him so that if he sleeps with any woman, then that woman will get so sick until she dies. So my friend passed away, but before she had passed away, she had given me some charms, and she had told me that I was supposed to place the powdered charm in the food that I was cooking for my new husband. So I did that, and I strengthened my relationship with my husband. He married me, and we went to court, and we did our court wedding because I wanted his house, which is in Harare. I wanted that house to be mine. So now the situation that I am facing, my husband, he acts like he's someone who is losing his mind. Sometimes he can go so quiet, and when you speak with him, then you will be like someone that has seen something that is really scary. I end up locking the door, because when he looks at me, we can even be sleeping, then he just wakes up and looks at me, and when he looks at me, then he would try to run away. And I know that it is because of those charms that my friend gave me to cook for him, because at that time my friend had told me that regularly I was supposed to renew these charms. And at that time, me and my husband, we were having the time of our lives. So when my friend passed away, I didn't even think about it. Even the time when she was really sick, I didn't even think about asking her a lot of questions until she passed away. So Brother Nashi, this is my own story. I have tried to go to different prophets, but I didn't tell them like the truth that this is what I did to my husband. I just went to them and I told them that these are the challenges that I am facing in my marriage. So no one is able to assist me, and I do not want to go to some traditional healers, because on my own I am really scared of traditional healers. That is why in most cases I would ask my friend to go and speak with her healer the time that she was still alive, but now she is no more. I don't know what else am I supposed to do, and I am scared that if these charms will expire, then maybe this man is going to wake up from his dream, and I do not want him to dump me, because already he gave me a child. He cannot dump me now. Please assist me so that he can regain his senses. And right now, he's not like working each and every day because of some of the things that happen to him. Your dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by our dear sister right there. That was the translation of that message that she sent to me. Strange things do happen in this world. Your